Today we are visiting the Schüco office. Schüco is a leading supplier of high-quality window, door and facade systems. Schüco products are used in millions worldwide and meet the highest standards of design, comfort, safety and energy efficiency. We have a unique opportunity to speak with the company's executive, Senior Vice President, Mr. Jörg Westphal. Could you tell us about your start at your professional journey? What qualities did you develop to reach your current position?
Oh, I mean, at my age, it is so boring to talk about yourself. I would rather more talk about some, let's say, professional experience I had with the company Schüco I'm working for since 30 years. Of course, I developed the business for us in many international markets, from USA, South America, many European countries, China, of course, a lot of countries in the Middle East. And of course, now we are so happy to have a closer business relationship to Armenia.
Yes, all around the world. But what makes your company, Schüco, stand out from its competitors? How does the company achieve such a high level of quality and reliability?
I would say it's relatively easy. If you come back in history, where we come from, the history was easy. Traditionally, people, when they wanted to produce a window or a door, which was the start of everything, they go to different supply chains and they're buying a package of screws there, a linear of metal there, a gasket there, and hardware different. And we really invented the system that you can buy it all from one hand. So to make it for your spectators a little bit more understandable, it's Lego. You put one stone to the other, and even if you have a most complicated stone or a very easy stone, it still matches. So the match of the products, for us, I would say, is our unique invention and our unique, until today, quality assurance.
As we know, now you are entering into the Armenian market. Why the Armenian real estate market is interesting for you, and why did you decide to cooperate with Rutsog Invest and REIT?
I mean, it's always when we enter a market to, let's say, a smaller, which population of 4, 5, 6, 7 millions, as we are not the cheapest product on the earth, we also always start from the top. So we win certain luxury products, elite apartments, hotels, like in Moscow, where we had this, and we had a strong cooperation with this company in a hotel project in Moscow. So we had some experience together that we are relatively sure that we can bring it to a wonderful and positive end. Because at the end of the day, the end consumer, the one who's going to buy an apartment there or going to use an apartment there, he is the ultimate challenge. He has to be happy. He has to be convinced that the money he spent is really value for money.
So now you are working with Parajanov Club house. How do you evaluate the architectural and engineering solution? Does it meet global standards?
Of course. Otherwise, I would not sit here and praise the project, because it is really a wonderful project. It will be, I think, #1 luxury project in Armenia. And we are so happy to be partner of this project and that we will have the best Armenian project so far.
Yes, Yerevan is currently experiencing a construction boom. The city is changing, becoming more modern. In the future, the Parajanov Clubhouse can become an iconic building. But what do you feel while taking part in the formation of a new image of the world's capital?
I mean, if you look around the world, you always have the changes in cities from, let's say, a certain style to a modern style, which starts with the first landmark project. Everything starts with the first landmark project. If you're going to Dubai, it all started with the first landmark project. So you need the braveness of somebody who is investing in this, and then automatically the next projects are following. Of course, you cannot compare everyone with Dubai, but I'm absolutely convinced that in the very near future, we're going to see a second and a third project. And for us, this is also our interest. Of course, we are commercial people, so of course we also
yes.
want to win the second and the third project. So that's why we take special attention on the first project.
Understand. But could you share your plans for the future? What projects would you like to participate in coming years?
If I would say all project would be, I would say, unpolite.
But maybe the most interesting.
But I mean, we wanted to participate in the let's say premium class luxury projects in Yerevan, and I'm sure that we're gonna have hotel buildings, that we're gonna have class A office buildings, and that we always also see top class private apartments, residential apartments, because I learned from my Armenian friends that Armenia has a interesting society with so many famous Armenian living outside of Armenia, and I'm seeing a lot of
in
them
America.
having some sort of national feeling, and that they're going to invest in a nice apartment in Yerevan, just a home base. And I think that's going to be a big, big demand for those luxury apartments in the future in Armenia.
Yes, of course. And at the end of our conversation, based on your vast experience, what advice would you give to young aspiring architects and engineers?
Be creative, don't follow the mainstream, and also always follow your own ways, because it's so easy and cheap to copy, but it is much more complicated to find your own way.
Be original.
Be original.
Yes.
Like be Armenian.
Thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us. It was very nice, comfortable talking to you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.